Can you believe we are nearly 1 month away from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I'm hyped as hell. But let's talk about one thing. Fire Emblem. Is Fire Emblem overrepresented in Smash Bros.? Now, before I begin, let me tell you, I haven't dabbled much into Fire Emblem. I only played Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Warriors. Let's go back to Melee. We only had 2 Fire Emblem characters. Marth, who had never debuted in America before, so that comes the meme that Marth debuted in Smash Bros., and Roy, who was his clone and whose game was not yet out at the time, intended to be a sneak preview of it. It didn't even have a stage to represent it, but Fire Emblem was a series that hadn't been released in America at the time, so 2 representatives is not bad for such a niche series. Then in Brawl, Roy is absent while Marth returns, and Ike is added from Fire Emblem Radiance. Both Marth and Ike play similar to each other, though Ike has a few differences, namely a bigger reach but being slower than Marth. There's one stage that is representative of Fire Emblem in general, and Marth and Ike do get their fair share of moments of spotlight in the Subspace Emissary, so overall, pretty small representation. Then we hit Super Smash Bros. 4. Marth returns as expected, as does Ike. But then there was a trailer that revealed who would be joining the roster this time. Robin and Lucina, 2 of the main heroes from Fire Emblem Awakening, which was a smash hit that saved the Fire Emblem series from ending, or so I've heard. Lucina was yet another clone of Marth. In fact, they have such small differences, but it's appropriate considering that she was pretending to be Marth in Fire Emblem Awakening, while poor Crumb is left in the dark.
I suppose I'll get my chance another day. On my mark!
Nah, I guess that counts. So that's 4 characters. But then Roy was added through DLC, so that brings it up to 5 characters. Okay, that's fine. Roy was a highly demanded character to return, so now Fire Emblem is up there with the Mario series. But now it's equal to the Legend of Zelda series, which has 5 characters, including Sheik and Zelda. That's not counting Lyn, who appears as an assist trophy. But then as Smash Wars DLC was winding down, we got another reveal.
No choice but to... join Smash!
Yeah, they were going to be adding yet another Fire Emblem character, this time the main character from the then upcoming Fire Emblem Face game, which was obviously a ploy to drive up sales for the upcoming 3DS game. And now in Ultimate we have Chrom being added, who is basically an echo of Roy. But that leads to another problem. Why were there so many characters that could have got in from other series that hadn't been representative? So why are we getting another Fire Emblem character? Supposedly that's because Sakurai is a big fan of Fire Emblem, and Smash fans tend to be rapid when it comes to their favorite characters getting included, as seen by the fact that they mercilessly attacked him for Waluigi not being playable. Or the fact that so many people wanted Shrek of all characters to be in the game. I mean, why? At least with Goku I can kind of understand since he's a pretty iconic character, but Shrek? What is wrong with you kids? There's more to representation than just playable characters. There's stages and music that go into it as well, but the prevailing problem with the Fire Emblem characters is that they are all sword users. From what I have played of Fire Emblem, its greatest strength is in its variety. You have axe wielders, horseback riders, healers, who are probably better suited as an assist trophy, and many others. Marth, Roy, Ike, Lucina, and Chrom are all predominantly sword wielders because that's an easy moveset to design for. Ike has a few differences from the others to make him stand out because he's a larger sword wielder, so what he lacks in speed he makes up for in power and range. Robin is unique because he's a mage character, and Corrin is... well, I haven't played Fate, so I can't say how accurate he is. That reminds me, I really need to play the Fire Emblem series in order, but a good chunk of those games were never released in the US. So really, what it comes down to is just cutting corners, basically to make it easier in development. It's why Ganondorf will always be a Captain Falcon semi-clone, instead of having his own unique special moves. More on that for another time. Marth makes sense since he's THE Fire Emblem character, and all these other characters got in because their games were the newest ones at the time. But I do think that's plenty of Fire Emblem characters, and it's time to let other series get into the spotlight, and hopefully that's coming very soon. Or maybe not, considering how the last direct went. Poor Isaac. Still an assist trophy. Oh, Sakurai. We don't get Isaac, we don't get Shadow, but we get Piranha Plant.